9 a.m. Call the roll, please.
Present.
Here.
What?
Okay, we need a motion to approve the agenda. So moved by Mr. Barron, seconded by Mr. Bills. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Agenda is approved. Public comment.
Yeah, it seems to me that dogs are reporting to taxes when all other employees are reporting to management committee. How did this happen?
What is it?
Seems like the dog's reporting to tax committee when all other jobs, all other contracts are done with management committee. Did he get appointed, they get appointed to the wrong committee?
It's always been there, as far as I know, and there's money coming in, I suppose, is why it's with tax.
Taxes is going to the dogs, I guess.
So, yeah, that's the only,
John?
thing I've ever.
Larry, I can tell you what I remember of this. You know, dogs used to be kind of its own little thing, and then the collection of the money and everything got pulled into the treasurer's office back when Dave was the treasurer. And when that happened, since Dave was doing the tax committee report anyhow, they just took the dogs in there. And I think that's why it's there. It was a good idea at the time, bad idea, a good idea now, bad idea now. I can't tell you that. But that's how it ended up with the tax committee. Is that the way you remember it, Mindy?
I think so, because before that, I think it had been under judicial, way back, and then when...
Yeah, I thought it was even part of health at one time.
Right.
The health committee before that, but you know what? That we're going back way too many years.
Okay, I guess we'll move on if there's no other public comments. Committee chair reports, Russell?
Oh, highway. Highway's going to send a resolution to the board regarding the state's motor fuel tax funding formulas that our Illinois legislature made some changes here recently. And we think that it probably won't do no good, but we want to let them know that most people buy gasoline, put diesel fuel in the truck, whatever, you know what? There's a lot of money going for one thing, take care of the roads. And they're changing the formula on this where that money's going to be used for other things. And I'm afraid the way it's going, what I see down the road, maybe in another 10 years, they might be discounting airline tickets with that money. So that's what the main thing on the agenda. Other than that, we do have a couple resolutions on how we're going to fund some things through motor fuel tax, which are pretty much normal.
Okay, Dan? Joey?
I had a question for Russell. What happened to that amendment, the Safe Roads Amendment, that was supposed to keep all the road money where it was supposed to stay?
Well, unfortunately, the Illinois legislature has found ways to backdoor around it. It's just like anytime they have set up a trust fund for given funds, for some reason, trust funds disappear and get used for other things. But that's our Illinois legislature. And maybe with the help of the other governors around, we might be able to help change that.
Zoning committee will be taking our regular reports, and there's a variance request for setback.
That's from McCullough?
From McCullough implement, yes.
It sounds like positive there.
Yeah.
File management? Judicial?
Management, we're going to talk about farm issues, possibly some room assignments, just start discussion on that for the building. Judicial, same stuff we've been talking about, normal stuff.
Okay, Marvin, tax?
We'll have the normal department reports. We'll have a presentation by Margaret Fox concerning her desire to take over animal control. And on the internet is being recommended that everybody attend and bring their dog so that we can discuss the controversy that has happened recently in animal control.
To bring their dog
Everybody and their dog.
here?
That's a saying, okay?
start out with was not necessarily dealing with dogs. It was dealing with disease transfer through different types of animals, taking care of other types of predators other than just dogs, taking care of people's livelihood when their food got ate by the coyotes and things like that. I thought that's what the original state law, how it was set up. And I see there's been a lot of tweaking more toward one particular subject and not for what the subject was originally animal control was put in for.
Well, lately the animal lovers, dog lovers especially, have become very passionate, and so that's caused it to lean that way more and more.
Rabies is the big one that used to be always a problem, which is traditionally bad, but we have trouble with certain types of venomous snakes now and then, and other animals, not counting the coyotes that are population that is greatly increasing. And if you're a livestock producer, that's a real problem.
Right.
Okay. Move on to the EMA report. Eric isn't here today. I believe a copy of his report is in your mailbox, but I'll read his report. Begins, I apologize for not being present today. I am currently at a quarterly regional meeting in Champaign. Please accept the following report of EMA activities of the last month. Incidents 10 October 2017. Hazardous material spill on Illinois 54 between Onarga and Fallville. Gasoline tanker was involved in a single vehicle accident. Full tanker leaked approximately 1,500 gallons. Multi-agency response included numerous fire departments, MABUS 7 hazmat team, Illinois EPA, IDOT, ISP, IMH, EMS, Kankakee County Sheriff for drone support, etc. Trucking company is responsible for site cleanup and is working with Illinois EPA to ensure proper site remediation. 14 October 2017, Tornado Watch for Iroquois County, enhanced awareness. Events Semi-Annual Emergency Management Advisory Committee meeting on 28th of September. Monthly Iroquois County Amateur Radio Club meeting, 28th of September. Monthly EMA radio drill on 28th of September. Attended ETSB meeting on 17 October. Iroquois West School District Crisis Plan Review meeting on 19th of October. Final planning meeting for healthcare tabletop exercise on 20th of October. Hosted and facilitated healthcare tabletop exercise at Crescent City Community Center on 24th of October. Gromart Terminal tabletop exercise on 25th of October. Monthly MABUS meeting in Donovan on 25th of October. Monthly Iroquois County Amateur Radio Club meeting on 26th of October. Monthly EMA radio drill 16th of October. Hosted IEMA reviews for biannual EOP review on 30th of October. Project submitted emergency operations plan for biannual IEMA review on 13th of October. Includes revisions and peer-reviewed signatures from partner agencies. Healthcare tabletop exercise includes preparation, execution, and post-event work. EMPG and HMEP fourth quarter claims and activities reports to IEMA. Updated the multi-year training and exercise plan on 12th of October. Upcoming 8th of November IEMA project meeting in Springfield. 14th of November local emergency planning committee meeting. 27th of November IEMA Region 7 quarterly meeting in Decatur. This completes my update of notable EMA activities over the past month. In addition, there are numerous legislative topics that have passed or are pending in the state government legislature. But I will go into that further when I am actually present. Until then, please contact me with any questions, comments, or concerns, and assign Eric. Are there any questions or comments? Seeing none, we'll go to the Illinois Bicentennial Initiatives update. Russell.
To step back one, John, if I could, I did hear some good kudos from Eric on that Crescent City tabletop that he had on regarding that health providers in the county.
Yep.
I did hear some very positive reports. So
Good.
he did a good job.
Good.
Regarding the bicentennial, there's been no update from the state of Illinois. We're still moving a little bit ahead here locally, working with Ken and our local economic development maybe to help on, help as a vehicle to carry this forward to some of our neighborhoods and be prepared for something maybe if it is a potential happening of a good bicentennial and maybe some local funding out of the state on it.
Do you have anything on that, Ken, that you want to add?
Not really, it's just kind of been the same thing for a number of months. I'm surprised more hasn't happened from the state level. We'll see, that's kind of normal, I guess.
Well, I hope next month we'll have more to report, because after that, we're already into 2018, so.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of things the state was supposed to be doing before this, and there's been no contact.
Right.
The last contact I had, I think, was from the end of August, and that's when they had the initial kickoff at some place. It looked like it was close to Cairo, Illinois. That was the initial kickoff, which probably was one of the original settlements in Illinois.
John, if they provide any of the carrot funding that they hung out there to begin with, do it as a county, you know, it should be a statewide coordination, but if it's not, it can still be done, but I don't believe that Iroquois County wants to invest money in it if nobody else is. Problem, so I don't know, the state's kind of got the key to the bank right now, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Well, bottom line, the state legislature did not allow no money at all to go toward it budgeted that way, so it's based off of crowdfunding, and I think it's going to be a lot of the local initiative to get it rolling. So if the funding does come through later, maybe they can take care of their original wishes.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to the next month and see what we know then. Update on arbitrator ruling on the telecommunicator contract. There's been nothing yet that we've heard back from that. We're still up in the air. Policy regarding distribution of emails and correspondence. Can you pass that around? You did it here? Good. What this is the response to something that was brought up last month by Sherry Johnson about wanting a policy that would clarify and make sure that all the people on committees are receiving emails that are sent out or received. I guess my comment about it was that I'm not sure that I agree with everything that's in here, but nevertheless, I think it's something that we should take a look at. Basically, she's asking that someone else, I believe someone from this committee that would work on that with her. She says, I would be happy to work with anyone from the committee to create this document. She says she don't feel that it's her responsibility or whatever to create it alone, so. I guess if the committee feels it's something they'd like to look at, I'd like to know if there's anyone that would want to volunteer to work with her on this.
I'll help her on it.
Okay? Okay. I guess we'll leave it up to you to contact her and make arrangements, and then we can look at it hopefully next month. Okay. Next one was a discussion and action on a county policy regarding computer use. That's something I believe I was going to spend some time working on, and unfortunately there have been some things occurred during the past month that's taken up quite a bit of my time. And I really haven't gotten it done yet, so we'll table that till next month.
Did anything bring that on, or is it just a standard review?
It has to do, it has to do primarily with deleting emails, and there was, because of some of the FOIAs that occurred in the past, requests in the past few months, I guess there was some question about having clarification as to what emails a person can delete and what emails they are required to keep. I think Mr. Devine pointed out that whatever we do needs to be coordinated with the Local Records Act. And as I said, I just haven't had the time to dig into that yet, so hopefully by next month we can examine that a little bit. I don't think there's anything pressing on that issue at the moment. Okay. Next one ought to be pretty simple. Somehow or other we're supposed to have some holidays next year, I don't know.
Holidays and some meetings.
Yeah. Is there anything on this that you want to talk about, Lisa?
The only thing that's different is that before we never put the organizational meeting on as a regular meeting, but it really is, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be considered a regular meeting or a special meeting, but we did circle it on here, so you'll see in December, that's why there's two meetings, because that reorganizational meeting for the county board is the first Monday in December. That's when the new county board members will be sworn in. Everything else, there wasn't anything that needed to be changed.
Does anybody have any questions or comments about it? Now we'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Is there a second? Mr. Bills? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And motion passed. IMRF. We passed a resolution a couple of months ago on IMRF, and I guess it's been learned that what we passed wasn't quite correct and needs to be modified or changed. So we need to take a look at that. I think you all have a copy of it in front of you.
So what was wrong with the other, what's the change?
Well, I'm not sure that I know. Do you know, Anita?
I know a few of the things, and actually, the copy that I have here in my hand is not correct because coroner's not on there. There was a later one that, where he added it. I guess the copy I have is the earlier one that, yeah. Jim had, when he created the document, he actually put the names of the elected officials rather than the title. So he had to change that. He also had, for the date position became qualified, the dates that we each took office, but it was actually the date in 1951 when the county first signed on to IMRF. So you'll see that's 1951. Seems like there was one other thing. Remember anything else?
Yeah, it was the number of hours. The woman from IMRF called me first, and then, because the resolution said 600, because all of our current elected officials were grandfathered into the 600-hour limit, and because we had the resolution in whenever to change it to 1,000, she told me it needed to say 1,000.
Okay, sounds pretty straightforward. Anybody have any questions or comments about this?
Are there any ramifications for us being wrong the first time? Nothing, just fix it.
No, I think the way I understand it, we just brought back that it was incorrect and the corrections need to be made, and that's basically where we're headed here. It's something that came up this week, so I wasn't totally familiar with it, but nevertheless, it is what it is, so. If there are no questions questions or comments, we can entertain a motion to approve.
I got one. Coroner's not listed on the front, is that gonna bother him?
Is what?
Coroner's not listed, but he's in the packet.
There's a subsequent copy that you must not have that had listed him. Right, the most current copy that Jim sent, or Allison sent, had,
That's the most recent one that I printed.
came a second after that. I could go check my email and make sure that there's another copy, but
Maybe you wanna just write the coroner in underneath it, and maybe hang out to it when we get this at the county board meeting and make sure that it's been changed or corrected properly.
You can get it out of committee, and if it's not on there, change it to full board.
Right. Is there anybody else's name that is not on there that should be on there?
No, that's it.
Six. Three is up for election every election, so there must be 6 total.
What's that?
Right,
3 of them are
6
up for
total.
election at each election period, so it's gotta be 6 total. Okay. I guess we can move forward with a motion then.
So,
I think I'm pretty sure she's right, there is another one that he corrected with coroner on it. If she brings that in and shows it to you guys, would that be sufficient for you to make a motion to approve it then?
Well, that way we can approve it with the addition of coroner and
Yeah.
actually.
I just wrote it in on mine.
The date the position come qualify within the same, back in 1951.
That's what we're approving and with the coroner on there, and like I said, if we hang on to it till we get to the county board meeting, if it's not in there, then it'll be a different.
Or if we discover there's somebody else who always put them down.
well, it says 1,000 here from the affidavit, it says 600, so any future election, elected official that's not grandfathered in, it'll say 1,000, right?
Yeah, and Jim said, I asked him about the affidavits, if we needed new ones, and he said he wasn't sure about that, so,
So it'll all be figured out before the meeting?
I don't know if he meant that the affidavits that we already signed were,
Well, the affidavits say 600 hours, they should say 1,000.
Well, not if they're grandfathered in, because these are for the specific
Right.
ones that are grandfathered in. So a future one then would say 1,000.
And that's it, once there's a program on a pension, you cannot come back and lessen that. So if the original ones come in under 600 hours, they're under 600 hours. And new hirees would be different then. That's an old state law. Whoa.
yeah, but this is the one without the line for John's signature.
okay.
So we can have either the one with the line for John's signature or the one with the coroner on it.
I would move that we adopt the one without the line for John's signature at this time. That includes the court.
I'll second. More thing attention there, but
I guess you should call the roll for this.
Raymond?
yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
McFerrin?
Yes.
Sticknot?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Okay, that takes us to appointments. Maybe have a whole lot other than just to mention about the revolving loan fund. That's moving forward and we hope to be getting together in the next week or so. Besides the people that are listed in the resolution as being members of that, there's the 2 bankers are Lori Heath and John Hutchinson. Lori Heath is with Iroquois Federal. John Hutchinson is with Farmer State Bank. Had conversations with Ken about it and we're hoping to get together within the next 2 weeks to get the program moving and into place. There's already some interest in the county in participating in that, so we want to get that moving along. Correspondence, we've got a bunch of stuff here. amounts to a whole lot in my opinion, but some of it you already got. I'll just mention it briefly. One of them is the dedication to the Milford High School. Everybody got an invitation, I believe, on that. So I need to look at that. Same thing about this gas fleet card. Everybody got that in the mail, did they? The county doesn't have a fleet unless you want to talk about the sheriff's cars, but we don't want to do that, I guess. So that's that. And we got ACCI, they're always late, so we get their stuff late. This also came in the mail in relationship to various counties suing the pharmaceutical companies about opioids. And I've had discussions with Mr. Devine about this, and he says that he gets similar letters, or he's gotten similar letters from a number of law firms, and he throws them in the garbage can because he doesn't think that we should be involved with something like this. I tend to agree with him. I don't think that Iroquois County has incurred any extraordinary expenses with opioids yet. I think the expenses that we've incurred have been pretty much in the normal line of duties of the personnel that are involved. And further to that, there's a situation there where in order to get into a lawsuit like that, the burden would be upon Iroquois County to assemble all the data of all the expenses that's involved and whatnot. It'd be kind of a rather lengthy process and procedure. So Mr. Devine definitely is against it. I don't see any merit in it at this time, but pass it around for the committee to review. If anybody feels otherwise or has any interest or comments on it, I'll be happy to hear it. Obviously, if we do get in a situation where we have a lot of expenses that way, we can always get into the legal part of it, I guess. This is something that Anita and I can take care of, I guess. I think that's about it for correspondence. So we'll go to the claims. Everybody have a chance to look at the claims. Are there any questions about the claims? Seeing none, in motion to approve the claims?
So move.
Second?
Second.
By Mr. Raymond. Call roll, please.
Raymond,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Benz,
Yes.
Chipnut,
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Is there any old business this morning? You said you forgot to call him.
Bills.
Is there any old business? Any new business? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.